Alright, before I begin with the video, I want to make a full disclosure that I have not received any incentive by either Aussie Ants and Keeping Depot or nor Antlab for this review, and I have paid the full dollar amount with my own hard-earned money. This review is really my own personal experience as a buyer and a user of their websites. First of all, now that we have these two nests side by side, we can make a clear physical comparison on the sites itself. You can see straight away that the Antlab UK has a bigger dimension compared to the Aussie Ants Ytong. But however, the actual effective size of the nest itself is actually roughly the same, because Aussie Ants nest has a slimmer bezel, whereas the Antlab UK has kind of like a bigger bezel, or the frame, or whatever you want to call it. So if I stack them up together, you can see that the actual effective size is actually roughly the same. But before I forget, I also want to point out that the Antlab UK's one seems to have a deeper depth on the ends nest, and I'm not sure the exact measurement per se, but I would say the Antlab one is probably about 1.3 centimeter deep, whereas the Aussie Ant is probably about 0.8 or 0.9 centimeters maybe. So that's something that you might want to consider as well. If you have a big ant species, you might want to go with the Antlab UK one. So hey, with deeper nests across the whole space here, you will practically get feed more ants and have bigger effective nest size as well. So if I actually put it from this angle, you can actually see it, right? The difference in the depth. And Antlab ones is kind of like just feels more spacious as compared to the Aussie Ants nest. So I'm pretty sure that this would actually be able to feed more ants, more broods, bigger colony as compared to the Aussie Ants one. So if you have enough space, then you should go with the Antlab one in terms of size. But if space is an issue and you don't really want something that is like too big on your desk, or taking up too much space, then you should really go. Then you should go with the Aussie Ants. Now let's go to features. They both made out of Ytong, obviously. Comes with a clear acrylic top, which you can remove using Allen keys. The sizes are different between these two, but that should not be a problem. I mean, as long as you have like enough Allen keys. So anyway, this is useful in case you need to open up and clean it up, clean the nest, make it reusable if your old colony died, and then you can open it up and clean it up before you house a new colony. And I know I said it before, but I just really love the blue bezel that the Antlab have. It's a cleaner and crispier look compared to the green painting on the Ytong itself. But it's kind of like a personal preference, because I know that some people would actually prefer the slim bezel. It looks sleeker maybe, but I just prefer that you have a clear blue acrylic, and then the white contrast is gonna look nice on the Ytong itself. For humidity control and moisturization, they both have two inlets, as you can see here. Two inlets. And I like the Aussie Ants design where they actually put it in the middle. So you can moisturize the nest from inside out, and you can control whether you want to just moisturize one side or both sides, depending on your ants requirement. If your ants prefer a very humid place, then you should go, you should moisturize from both sides. Or if you kind of like want to test out whether your ants prefer moist environment or dry environment, so you kind of like play it around with either one or both, right? Whereas for the Antlab, both of the water inlets are from one side. So I think that the moisture and humidity will be heavy on this side, whereas the other one will be drier. This, of course, I have not done the actual test yet, but you can bet I will try, and something that I'm excited to try and experiment on, or see how the humidity or the moisture spread out across the whole nest for both of these Ytong nests. I've also noticed that Aussie ants have like these micro holes, all 6 of them. I'm not sure if you can see it from the camera. 2 holes here, 2 here, another 2 here. I'm not sure really what it's for and whether it's good for the colony. I would suspect that it is for ventilation, but I'm not sure if the colony really would need ventilation in this case or in this scenario. If you know what exactly these holes are for and how it is much better for the ants, do let me know in the comment. At the base, I think the Aussie ant use wood for their base, while Antlab use acrylic base, white colored. Kind of nice, slick. I've shown you before. They have like a Antlab logo here, size 3 Ytong. And also worth mentioning that Antlab provide an option for you to add a stand on, so it's kind of like elevate the nest slightly on a higher plane, so that you can have heating cables or whatever have you to heat up the nest for the ants. I know in my last video I mentioned that I only got 3 of these stands, and I told Antlab about it. They immediately offered to send me a new one for this one. That was kind of like a great customer service experience, so I give 2 thumbs up for Antlab UK. They're gonna deliver me a new one soon, which although actually I'm not sure if I'm really gonna use it, so I don't really care too much. Yeah, but I do appreciate the gesture that they're gonna send me a new one. It shows how much they care about customer experience. Now, in terms of price, now this is the part where I have a lot to talk about, a lot more to talk about, and I think it will be something of a deal breaker for many people. But before I begin, I would like to say that I would have to say that Antlab UK actually manage their own online shop. If you're wondering where what the website is, it's in my description, my video description. You can take a look later. And whereas Aussie ants actually sell their products through a third-party retailer called antkeepingdepot.com. For all this that you can see on the screen, this what comes with from from Antlab UK, and all of this cost me sterling pound 34.99, which is about $43 at the current FX rate. Basically, I just selected size 3 nest Ytong, and it comes with this red shell and these small accessories. They did not even mention that they will be giving me this syringe, couple of test tubes, plastic test tubes, and 2 drippers. It's kind of like a starter kit, if you ask me, which I really appreciate. Thanks, Antlab. I'm not sure whether it's complimentary or they really do this for all their customers, but I really appreciate that they give all these syringe and accessories. Alright, on the other hand, for Aussie ants, I paid Aussie $99 for the nest itself, Aussie $3 for the syringe, here, and $5 Aussie for this stupid red shell. Total of Aussie $107. And you might wonder why I do get these tiny red shells for this medium-sized nest. I'll show you how. So if you go to their website and you select the Aussie ants Ytong nest medium size, you will be directed to this page where it shows that you can buy the nest, the syringe, and the red shell together. But before you click it, you are actually supposed to select the size, change it from founding to medium size. So at first I was panicking because I thought they missed packing the red shells with the package, but then I realized that this stupid little thing is the red shell, and I paid $5 Aussie for it, right? Of course, it is my fault that I didn't double check on the size for the red shell, but it is also a bad user interface, I think, because if you try to bundle it up for me, I would reckon that you would actually bundle the exact size for me, and I didn't have, as a customer, as a first-time customer, as a first-time user of their website, who's like not really sure what these sizings are for, or which actually match which, and I think they should make it as easy as possible for people like me. I'm mostly not happy about it because it just feels so stupid, and I wrote an email to Keeping Depot about it a couple days back, but have not heard from them since then. Anyway, aside from the red shield silliness, the Aussie ends nest from Keeping Depot costs more than 60% of the Antlab UK, and Antlab UK gives you a hassle-free that includes everything in their pricing. For sterling 34.99, you get this red shield, you get all these things. It's so much more convenient, and you don't have to worry about like what size is your red shield, and it's much cheaper. So if I were to get another NS in the future, or upgrading for a bigger one next time, pretty sure I know which vendor I would go for. I hope you find my video insightful, and if you have any questions or further comments to either of these Ytong nests, do let me know in the comment. Other than that, please like the video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next video. Thanks.